Welcome back, everyone, to the Beal Center here in Chesterfield Valley. As we're into the final match here of pool play, as your Rockwood Thunder getting ready to take on HP South 16 Diamond team. They came into this bracket or this pool. They came in ranked number 2, and they won their first match pretty convincingly in 2 sets. And then their last match they split with that Club 4 team. So we'll see what we got here. As of right now, what your Rockwood team needs to do is win 1 set, and they'll take first in the pool. But we're getting ready to get started here in this third and final match of pool play as HP South 16 Diamond set to serve. Chloe will step under that one and land that first point in favor of the good guys here, as Rockwood will start off with the lead. We're still in this 2 sets regardless, play to 19 in pool play. Allie's first serves get batted around over into the stands and not coming back. 2-0 lead here as you got the number 1 team in the pool against the number 2 team in the pool. We will, if we win 1 set, we'll take first place in this pool. If we split, it'll come down to points, and there's an ace for Allie. And style points, but moving forward, if we take the first set or seconds, either one, we'll move on into the gold bracket, and another ace for Allie, and face the number 2 team from Pool C, which is playing on the courts over there. And right now it's tight 1 and 2 between HP's team over there and Momentum, both of them orange, I believe. There's a big cleanup by Jane as she skies for that one and sends it home. And the girls off to the quick 5-0 start here against this HP South team. The way this tournament works is your first 2 teams in a pool go on to the gold bracket. And then there's a silver and a bronze, I believe, bracket for teams 3 and 4. So we all do play here in the afternoon, but you obviously want to be in gold. As Reagan will send this one up to Allie. Allie's going to find Jane, and Jane does a great job, but it was played up by HP, and Kayla's going to send that one down. Don't give us too many swings, HP. These girls they're coming to play. And that 7-0 start is impressive, and that's enough to draw a timeout from the HP team. So we'll be looking at what the bracket will bring us. Like I said, most likely we win this first set, moving on to play either HP. Let's just take a look and see who it is. $16 orange as we're out of the timeout here and ready to get going again. It's pretty tight. It's going to come down to this last match between those 2 teams, who will take first. And Allie will send that one too far to the right, and that'll end that 7 run. Chloe will step in on that one. Allie's going to back set it to Jane. She'll go through the block, picked up by HP South. And they're going to find that back right corner and finding themselves a little momentum. How about we get a stop right here, girls? Let's don't let them go on a nice run. Chloe will get this one forward. Allie's pushing it out to Kayla. Kayla does have it initially played, but it was too much to handle. She'll get the kill, 8-2. Chain will serve, but she'll find the net with it. And that'll send it back over to HP South. Down 8-3 here in the first set. This one will come at Reagan. She'll get it up to Allie. Allie's going to find Greta. Greta's going to power that one through the block and take us to that Dolly Parton score of 9-5 as your Rockwood Thunder is rolling through this one in the first half of the set. Cam set to serve. Gets the signal from Gabby. Sends it back middle. This is going to push back to the right side. Tipped over. Kayla's there to play it. Allie gets it back to Greta. Greta's going to tuck that one in nice and neat over in the back left corner and take us to double digits with a 10-3 lead. The one thing I do like seeing out of the hitters on this team so far this season is they're not afraid of swinging, but they also play really smart. Greta took what was given to her there as that one tooled off our block and down for HP. But, you know, a lot of times you see girls just swing, 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 and there was a double wall up against her, and she just found that back left corner and gave it a nice touch, put it in there, and earned the point. It's 10-4 right now here in the middle of set one in the final match of pool play. Jane will get it to Allie. Quick set to Delaney. She'll dump it over. Pushed over to the outside. Nice hands on it. Great dig by Reagan. And Greta will almost put it away. Another diving effort by Reagan. Dumped over. Reagan's got it. Delaney with the kill. HP's trying to say that was on the outside of the antenna, but that up ref cannot call that. He's looking to his line judge, and the line judge is conferring, yes, it was out. So we'll reverse those points. That'll be 10-5 now instead of 11-4. That one will come at Delaney. Allie's going to give it back to her, and she'll find a big old hole in the center of the court called the Abyss. And she'll go do some Dunkin' Donuts on that one. That'll take us to the 11-5 score, and we'll see Olivia check in. She'll go back middle. A little barrel sends that to the setter. And that's not coming past the Great Wall of Rockwood. As I saw, that was at least Greta, and I believe it was maybe Greta and Delaney that got up there and put up the double wall. Olivia will add to her collection of aces with that one as she sends a heater. If you're the catcher for Olivia, she's going to shake everything off at the old numero uno because she brings the heat when she serves. There's another one that's going to just make it outside the back left corner. Takes us to 13-6. HP server coming from the next zip code. We'll send that one past the white line. Reagan did a good job of following it all the way to the end. And that'll put Greta back behind the stripe. She'll send it down the left side. Setter has to make a move on it, and that's not coming back. We're at 15-6. As the girls actually look the best they've looked all day against the toughest team they faced. Greta goes left side. Setter gets it over to the outside. Back in the back right corner. And down. That'll be an HP point. This offering at Reagan. Reagan up to Olivia. Delaney blocked at the net. No, they're going to say she never made it over the net with it. And that was 4 contacts. This one coming back at Chloe. Olivia out to Jane. Jane off the high hands. We play on. Dumped into the back deep. Chloe and Olivia just dumps it, but HP unable to take care of that one as Olivia will get the kill. (16-8) going to 19, and Reagan back to serve. She'll go at the back middle. Dumped over. Jane's got it. Olivia back sets it to Zoe. Jane there to clean up the overpass as she hammered. 17-8, now the score. Reagan will dump that one short middle, picked up from the odd there. That didn't come from the outside. Reagan will get the out of system to Jane, and she'll just have to play it over. Coming over to the outside, a big swing cross court. Reagan gets a platform on it, but unable to get it towards her teammates. That one went to the scorer's table. 17-9. Magic number is 2. Jane goes down to get that one. Olivia with a nice back set to Zoe. Zoe's going to find the net. And then we'll line up and do it again. That one will find the net, and we're at set point here in the first set of the third match. This one's gone pretty quick. We're just now back around to the start of the rotation as Allie will go back to serve. She'll go gap left. Libero sends that one forward over to the right side. Chloe will play it up. Allie gets it to Jane. Jane tools it off the block, and how they don't call that a lift is pretty incredible. Kayla will send it cross court, get the kill. That'll do it for set 1. That one's in the books, 19-10 in favor of the good guys. Yo, rock with thunder. We'll be back for set 2 after both teams get a chance to set their line. Testing, 1, 2. Test. All right, we're back. Had a little audio problems there to get started. That one's going to come off of Reagan and give HP South the 2-0 start as we had a service error to start us off and service receive error. We're 0-2, but the girls won that first one in pretty good fashion. So that will secure first place in our pool for us and send us on to the gold bracket in first place for our pool. And the match you can see on the other side of us is to determine who will be first or second in the C pool, and we will play the number 2 team out of that C pool. Nicely picked up by Jane, but Allie unable to pull it out of the net off of that block. We're down 3-1. I don't get the sense the girls care whether there's anything on the line here or not. I think they want to win everything they can and play their best. So we'll see them probably kick it in gear here as it's 3-2 in favor of HB. Cam will send this one at the libero. Sprayed around a little bit. From the outside, double-handed over. Allie to Greta, and Greta does a fantastic job of controlling her body to keep herself out of the net and twist and hit that one back and not go on the outside of the antenna or hit the antenna. So kudos to her with that kill, and that takes us tied at 3. Allie was there. Kennedy gets it over to Greta. She'll go cross court. Libero plays it up. From the right side, tipped over. And that's going to be a net violation on us, plus it landed down on our side of the floor. So HP will regain the lead here, up 4-3. This one at Kennedy. Allie's got the quick set to Zoe. Zoe with the kill and a 4-4 tie. One of our Zoe Davis, in the middle for that one. Nice connection between her and Allie. Is that when you got to shoot like that to the middle, that's so tough to defend. And as you're watching the stats that are coming back from Huddle and you're seeing the passing ratings, it's anywhere from a 0 to a 3 is what they rate them. And what they're looking for there is how many options that pass gives the setter. Do they have nice swing by Greta, and they're going to catch her in the net on it, though, and award that point to HB. So if the setter has both of her pins available and the middle available, they'll score to 3. If it's just one or two places that she can go with that set, that's how they rank it. So when you get one of those passes that are a 3, what that does is it makes it really tough on the defense to guess where that ball's going to go. And when you can hit one fast to the middle like that, there's generally not a block up. And there's a great swing by Greta as she'll take that cross court again. She's batting, I think, 1,000 with that cross court inside the 10-foot line. She's cutting those really good. And we're at the double nickel. 5-5 here in the second set. Greta will serve that one short, and that's going to come off the block but unable to be picked up. And HP will go back on top by 1. This one at Reagan goes right up to Olivia. Olivia to Jane, tooled up, or came off the block, picked up by Reagan and kept alive. In the middle, A lot of girls come together on that one, trying to get there as that went off of. Zoe had the block up, did a good job of getting hands on it, but unfortunately it just went straight up and nobody close enough to run in and get it. Jane up to Olivia, back to Jane. And that's going to go just out of bounds as Jane had the right idea. She, like I said, playing smart, saw that double wall up. Tried to tip it over, but gave it a little too much English, and it went too far to the left side. Reagan up to Olivia. Olivia finds Kayla. Bounced around a couple times. Free ball over and all the way out of bounds. And that'll end that little run that HP had. And not too soon in my books, as we're down 2 here, 8-6. And Reagan going back to serve. She'll go deep middle with it. Played up from the outside. Off some hands and down for the point for HP. Greta forward to Olivia, pushes it to the outside. Jane tips this one over, comes all the way back from the libero. Reagan sets up Olivia. She dumps it, brought back. Greta this time finds Kayla. Kayla tools it off the block. Great job on her end to hit that between the two blockers. And that took a quick exit to the right side as that went off the arms of the defender. Allie back to serve, goes at the libero in the middle. This comes over from the right side. Reagan's there. Allie pushes it to Jane. And Jane with the kill. It's as simple as that. Just keep repeating that, girls. The lead now cut to 1. We're down 8-9. Allie will go at that libero again. Setter has to run a long way to the outside. Hands at the net. Again, coming off the hands and falling into the middle of the court. As the girl's not able to get to it. That one goes a little awkward off Reagan. Gets some help from Zoe, and Jane will send it over. And doesn't always have to be pretty, as Jane sent that one back right corner. Nobody there. The lead back to 1. It's 10-9. Jane's serve goes back right, comes over to the outside. Cross court effort by Reagan to play that one up, but couldn't get there. Reagan will step into that one. Allie finds Greta. Greta finds a hole in the floor and puts it there nicely in the deep back left. And they're going to call Greta for the net violation, so we'll reverse that, and it's 12-9. As that's an unfortunate event, as that was a good swing by her. Reagan to Allie. Allie gets it to Cam. Cam gets the kill. Cam will serve. Setter gets this one to her right side. Comes cross court. Allie has to play it. Kennedy with the out of system to Greta. Greta was nowhere near the net on that one, so they're not going to be able to call a net violation as she puts that one away. And cuts that lead back to 1. Cam's offer goes back deep right, and that's an ace. And we're tied 12 apiece. It's now a race to 7. As a reminder, going to 19 in these two sets. Once we get to bracket play, the first match is to 19, I believe, and then the finals is to 25 if needed. And they're going to say that was down. I thought Kennedy got that one up, but I don't have the greatest view for that from where I'm standing. So we'll trust the upref on it. But once you get to bracket play, it is the best of 3. So a third set to 15 if needed. Kennedy up forward to Allie. Allie runs under it. Zoe sends that one into the back left corner. Looked like it was going long, and that one took a nosedive and landed inside the white line. Ties us back at 13. Olivia off the top of the net. Crazy joust there at the net. Comes back over. Olivia a little off with the timing to Greta, but we kept it in play, dumped over. Greta has to play it. Olivia tried to get it to Kayla, but that was kind of chaos from the very beginning. And that one will fall on our side. Reagan will play that one up to Olivia. Reagan will dump it over. That one going for the fences. 14-14. Greta to serve, left side. Quick set to the middle, and that's going to go into the back left corner. Reagan will play this one up to Olivia. Gets it out to Jane. Jane turns and throws it down on the left. Tipped over. Jane's got it. Overpass. Jane picks it up. Another tight one, and Olivia plays it. Reagan will dump it over. That one off the ceiling. Olivia with a great job of keeping her composure and finding it. And that one's going to come over here in the back left corner. We're down 2 here in the back third of set 2. Like to see the girls finish this off and go undefeated in sets. Reagan up to Olivia. She finds Kayla. Kayla finds gold as she hits that one tooled off the block. Cuts the lead back to 1. Reagan will send that one too long. And no room for error here as we're down to the last couple points, 17-15. Jane up to Olivia. She's going to feed it back to Jane. Jane goes around the block with that one. And another time through the rotation, and we'll see Allie come back up to serve. Down 1. Need to go on a run here, Allie. How about 3 real quick? To the middle. A net violation. There's one of them. 17 all. Two more, Allie. Nice serve, tough to play. Pushed over to the outside, off the net. Allie has to play it. Reagan gets the out of system to Jane. She'll just dump it over, and we'll reset here. Served, nobody really knows who that was to, and unfortunately that didn't play out well for us, and it's now set point for HP. There's a freebie, ties it up at 18. Jane with a chance to take the lead and close it out with a couple serves. She'll go back left and get an ace. And now we're at set point in favor of the good guys. And that'll draw a timeout from the HP team. We'll be back after this quick timeout. And both teams make it back out from the timeout here. Jane will send that back at the libero. To the middle. Great dig by Jane, but unfortunately that's not going to be playable by any of her teammates. And we'll line up tight and get a little free volleyball here. It says we'll be playing on 1B for the gold bracket. So that one's all the way here on the other side. Low serve. Reagan has to play that. Goes all the way over. Everybody regroups. And Greta with a nice swing comes all the way back. She tries to clean it up, but a great play by Cam to keep it alive. Right side swing. Allie's there. Reagan gets the out of system to Greta. She goes over the block and gets the kill. Match point, set point number 2 now for Rockwood. Cam will do the favor. She sends it back middle for the ace. Oh, great play by the libero. Still an ace, and that'll do it. 21-19, set 2 in the books. The girls are victorious. We're moving on to the gold bracket. We'll see you over there.
What was that? Oh, here's,
Can I get a mic check, girls?
hey,
Hey.
hey.
Okay, perfect. You ready?
Jip,
Yeah.
jip.
All right, we're joined here after that match, taking us into the gold bracket. We've got Jane and Greta, number 1 and number 2 last week in kills, and you guys came through in that one. What's the secret? How do you girls just your cuts have been amazing. I've been
Yeah.
watching you today. You're cutting that to the right side, hitting it inside the 10-foot line. What do you do to practice that?
I don't. I don't know. I don't really. Last year and then during high school season, I've just worked on it a lot more. And when the block is more pushed over, I see that's open. So then I just turn my thumb down and hit it there.
You turn your thumb down. That's
Yeah.
something that's probably foreign to all of us watching in the TV land. But no, you're doing a great job. You girls won that one. I know we're waiting to see who wins that final match for who will play. Jane, you've been very consistent, and again, you're like you get up there and you're just skying. I don't know how you hang in the air like that and hit those down so far. But block's been good. You're helping out the back row. We had a few go up and they couldn't come down and get them. What can we do to fix that?
Just more practice.
All right. So what was Gabby's words of wisdom in your huddle as we go on into the gold bracket?
That we need to work on blocking.
Probably more picking them up because you guys are getting hands on them. They're just
Yeah.
falling to where nobody can get to them. But
Yeah.
keep it up. You guys have been fun to watch. That was a little more exciting in the second set than we wanted it. How about more of the first set, less of that second set?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We look forward to the gold bracket. Good luck. Go get some rest as we'll be heading into it here shortly.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job.